let's see, I'll make sure we're going live. Thank you for sharing the video I did live. I truly appreciate that. Thank you, Kathy. Hello, everyone that's entering. So we're putting up some transfers. So these are some that I'm working on now. If you're interested, that is so cute. So it says you are enough. But I was printing up transfers and I decided to go live both here and over on YouTube. So if you want to see the actual process of the printing, me actually powdering the transfer, because oftentimes when I'm on live, you can't really see it as well. So I have both views up over on my YouTube if you're interested in that. But yes, I am printing up transfers. So we're going to start this next order, which the first one is, I don't know if Brittany is here, Brittany from Georgia. Hey, how are you, Summer Smiley? Hi, do you do custom designs for birthdays? I surely do. If you have the artwork for it, I surely can. And if you have any questions about it, you can feel free to send me a message. And if you have like a more specific question, or if you're looking for a design that you want me to add to the website, send me a message. But yes, I surely do. Hi, how are you? Latia, how are you? So right now we're going to be printing on this printer that's right here. You're going to actually, if you head over to YouTube and you want to see the process, this is the printer that we're going to be printing from. So we're going to print every bunny's favorite nurse, which is like one of my favorites, actually. I love that one. Hey everyone, thank you for joining and thank you for following and sending likes. I really do appreciate it. Let's go find this every bunny's favorite nurse. So this is from our Easter collection. And let me see, I wonder, oh, thank you for the rose. Thank you. Hey, Stop Club on TikTok, how are you? Thank you everyone for following and for the likes. I really appreciate it. So let's see. I'm gonna try and put, I might be able to put it in, I don't know. Let's see, I might be able to put it in my actual YouTube, but it's also linked at the top of my profile, the little icon that kind of looks like an Instagram logo. If you click that, my YouTube will also come up as well. Let me see. I'm going to check on my YouTube. Oh, wait, I think we got some comments over on YouTube. Hold on. So for those of you that have asked about this particular process, as you saw, I just scooped up some of the adhesive, and then I just slowly rolled it over the transfer, just ensuring that we're coating all of every print, everything that's printed on this film. You want to make sure that you're coating all of that. Because at the end of the day, and my apologies for the thumping, but you have to remove that excess powder or adhesive, okay? Hey, Victoria's Custom Designs! Hey! So my YouTube is the same as my name. It's Peaks, Teas, and Things. But if you go to my profile, you click the little icon that says, it looks like an Instagram logo. If you click that, it actually comes up with a drop down for my Instagram and for YouTube. But yes, I do like to thump off the excess adhesive because when you actually go to press the item, sometimes you can actually get that adhesive on your garment. Now it can be removed, so I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, it's ruined. No, it just takes an extra step of reheating. But yes, that is my YouTube. I'm trying to figure out how to get a comment. Let's see. Because I can actually get it. Let me see. Enhance. No, that's not it. I want to comment. Over on YouTube. So let's see. Now I wonder if I can pin that. Hey Myra, how are you? Hey. Oh, let me know when you want to come. Let me know when you want to stop by. Absolutely, you're more than welcome to. Oh, thank you, Myra. I'm glad that you find it helpful. So that's why I wanted to kind of show. So we're going to be printing. Let me pull up this Everybody's Favorite Nurse so that you can kind of see the print process over there. Hey, Kimberly Murray. So, Kimberly, I am actually printing direct-to-film transfers. I'm live over on TikTok, and I'm also live on on YouTube. And so I wanted to show the printing process. So we're going to get this up and going. Let me just find this next transfer. So it's everybody's favorite nurse. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if Brittany from Georgia is here, but Brittany, I am printing your Isla Kurt. So Isla, this is an Epson 7890 that was converted for DTF. Yes, yes. So listen, it's been really great just kind of slowly getting things set up and put away, but come on over. Come on over. I'm loving it. I love this space. But you know what's even crazier to me? When I think about everything that I have kind of, in this space, it's so interesting that this was once all in my home. Like, how did I fit all this stuff in my home? I don't even know how that was possible. So I hope I answered that question for you. But yes, it is an Epson 7890 that was converted for DTF. Thank you, lovely Rose Boutique, for following. So we're going to pull up this Everybody's Favorite Nurse, and then I'm just going to resize it, and then we're going to get it to printing. So let's see, we're going to go. This one I have here, and this is 0. There we go. Bring it over. For those of you that don't know, I'm using AcroRip. So if you are actually into direct to film, I'm using AcroRip 10.4 is the version that I'm using here. And so we're going to send this over to, let's see, I think this one is 7890. So sometimes my printers will switch their names, so I have to make sure that I'm printing from the correct one. Let's see. So let's see here. So Isla, you have a sublimation Epson Shore Color. Okay, well, it depends on what number now. Can that be converted into DTF? I can tell you, Isla, so this is Isla asking a question over on YouTube. And she wants to know, can her Epson Shore Color be converted for DTF? And so I'm going to answer it this way. Number one, it depends on the model number. I started out with an Epson P800, and that was definitely able to be converted, but I don't know the actual model number that you have, Isla. Are you able to share that? Hey, Utterly Wild Boutique. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to start printing. For those of you that are over on YouTube, we are going to start printing. So this is the next order, and I'm going to continue these other orders running over on the other side. So here we go. I have my print fresh off of the printer. And now I'm just applying my adhesive. I hope you can see this well. I tried to get some good lighting going over here. So if it needs to be adjusted, just let me know. But as you saw, I just tried to ensure that every piece of what was printed, all of the printed text, you just want to ensure that you cover all with adhesive powder, because at the end of the day, once it's cured, that's what's going to ensure that you'll be able to actually press it onto your garment. So if that's a t-shirt, if that's a sweatshirt, whatever you have. My apologies for the loud thumping, but I have to get all that adhesive off of it so that it doesn't cure on the transfer. Okay. So now we're printing over on YouTube. For those of you that are over there, you can see it F500. Now, I'm not sure about that one, Isla, but you know who's a great resource that might still be here right now? Big Boy Prince. Big Boy, are you still there? Isla Kirk needs you. Okay, let's see here. Hi, how are you? Paula Trevino, hello, how are you? Nikki, is there an Afro powder program compatible with Mac? Now, Nikki, that's a question that I've gotten a lot over on YouTube. And as of right now, I don't know of any Mac compatibles. However, because I know over on both here on TikTok and YouTube, Big Boy Prince also has a software that's called CADLink. I'm not sure if CADLink is actually compatible. And I don't know if he's still here in my live over on YouTube. So that's why I keep looking down, because there's comments that are showing up over here as well. Hey from New Zealand, thank you guys so much for the likes and the shares. Thank you, Abby, for the rose. Oh my gosh. Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. So yes, so I will kind of look down because there's comments that are scrolling on that screen. Off topic, but what do you lay your hair with? It's so pretty. I can't. I cannot with you. So no, it's perfectly fine. I use several different gels. So I love oh, there's a new one. It's blue. I've just started using it, but before that, it was just a regular like Eco Styler gel that I absolutely love as well. I don't love the flaking with the Eco Styler, but so see, now you get some hair tips over here on YouTube as well. But I love it. But I just recently purchased one. It comes in a really large container and it's blue. And there's also a clear version, but I happen to like the blue version of it a lot better. If you send me a message, I can tell you exactly what it is. Hey, Inspired Customs, how are you? Are you using vinyl for prints? So do you mean, am I still using it in my business, or is this vinyl that I'm actually printing? Hey, T-shirt chick. Hello, hello. So right now, what you're watching over on YouTube is just my printer running. So I have you focused over on YouTube on the printers and my powdering station. So if you mean, am I still using vinyl in my business? Oh yeah, not a problem at all. I don't have a problem using vinyl at all. Like, not even a little bit. So if it's a project that's like a one color print that's not super intricate, super easy, that's what, that's what I'm gonna use. So I'm not opposed to using vinyl. Is it me or the text keeps freezing? Hopefully, it was someone at my office door, and so my little green thing kind of went off there for a second. How do these transfers work on spandex and leggings? So I haven't, for Ken over on YouTube, Ken asked how do the transfers work on spandex and leggings. I'm going to tell you this, Ken, when it comes to direct-to-film transfers, they can be applied to a wide variety of prints. So, a wide variety of fabrics. So whether that's 100% cotton, 100% polyester, nylon, I've seen them applied to car seat covers. If you guys check out Beauty over on YouTube, she's applied DTF to so many different things. So I don't doubt that spandex or leggings would be any different. Oh, someone said they want to go on. Okay, that one. So I don't foresee it being any different. But one of the things that I will tell you, because it is a stretchier material, the adhesive that I use on my transfers, and a lot of us that use DTF use a stretchable adhesive. So that way it's able to stretch without cracking, without giving you any sort of like distortion to the actual print. So I will tell you that, kid, and hopefully that answers your question. Here we go. Okay, so, oh, thank you, Brains Over Beauty, thank you. So this is everybody's favorite nurse that just printed on the printer behind me. For those of you over on YouTube, this is the actual print. Everybody's favorite nurse. Okay, and now I'm going to take it over to the powdering station, which once again, I'm just going to scoop up a little bit of the adhesive, and we're just going to move it around that transfer, because we want to make sure that we're getting a nice coat on the back of this transfer. So when it cures, there won't be any issues with pressing it. Once that's done, okay, once the adhesive is on there, I then remove the excess. My apologies for TikTok if you're hearing all this. I don't think YouTube is as loud. I have on AirPods over here, but for TikTok, I know you can probably hear that. At any rate, we are getting going there. Hey, T-shirt chick, how are you? You're welcome, Ken. And my apologies. I know it is loud. I have this thing here behind me going. So I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's my little filter. So it removes excess, like all the fumes that come off of the transfers as they're going through the conveyor belt here. So if you look here, that's the transfer that was powdered on YouTube, and it's just going through the conveyor belt. Hey, world class items, how are you? Culture Hacks, thank you for following. My niece 58, thank you so much for following as well. Hey, world class items. Now wait, I think I got a message from you. Tipping the scales. Hello, how are you? Thank you guys so much for the likes, follows, and the shares. So I don't know if you guys can hear it over on YouTube, and my apologies if you hear a lot of the noise. As I continue to go live, this will get better. But for now, I just wanted to show the process, because a lot of times I'm live over here on TikTok, but I know that a lot of you really kind of want to see the process because you're interested in direct to film, right? And so I wanted to be able to show you live what it looks like just in my everyday kind of business life, right? Yes. Okay, oh, you sent me an email. That's what it was. Okay. Do you sell transfers? I do. I do tipping the scales. I do sell transfers. I sell both customs. So I have custom transfers that you are able to purchase. And that's, you have your own artwork, whether it's a PNG or a vector file, things of that nature. And then I also have pre-made designs. Hey, how are you? Hey, girl, hey. So with my pre-made designs, this is one of them. This is from our Easter collection. It's everybody's favorite nurse. This is just an example of what we offer. Let me check YouTube, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Any questions? So I thought, well, what a nice way to be able to kind of go live over on YouTube and show my process. And just let you get an up close and personal view. Hey, how are you? Mrs. R. Daniels. How are you? Good afternoon. What's your turnaround time on customs? So currently, Shannon asked over on TikTok, what's my turnaround time for customs? Currently, it's 7 to 10 business days. However, there's a caveat to that. I ask for that time just to ensure that your artwork is correct. If it is ready to go, I'm actually running on average right now 5 to 7 business days to get those customs. But I do like to give myself a cushion just in case there's artwork issues. So just keep that in mind. Hey, Sissy B12, how are you? I love your energy. You've been awesome job doing lives. Thank you so much. It's a lot of, for me, it is a lot of talking. And so as long as you guys are okay with listening to my answers, which sometimes be a little long-winded, but I love being able to share the information with you. Hey, Little House Teas, how are you? Doing well, Mrs. R. Daniels. Got my feet pressed. Yes, so ready to dive in. Newbie here. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Please tell me you're going to share it on TikTok because I want to check it out. Do you ship to Hawaii? I surely do, Culture Hike. I just shipped an order to Hawaii. It wasn't yesterday, so it must have been the day before yesterday. Yes. All right, YouTube, here we go. We're going back to, we pulled our print off of the printer, and it's going to be running another print over there. But right now, we're going to head on over to our powder station. And you see, I'm just moving it around. Nothing fancy at all. Oh my God. Here we go. So we'll get this going. And so for those of you that are on TikTok, let me show you this. So this is just, I'm placing the transfer on my carrying system, which is the Vastex D100. It's an infrared carrying system. That's what I use. But I didn't start with this hearing system, I started with just a convection oven. I have a double door convection oven that I was using at the time for sublimation. So just so you know, Cultured Heights, how can we order? So I have my website that's linked in the bio. It's linked in my bio under the link tree, but you can also go to pinksteasandthings.com. And if you go there, I don't know if that means you probably don't have an account. You do have to create an account on the website with something just as simple as your email address. I don't even need you for it. But once you create that account, I can then get you access to the website. So once you get on the website, click, if you're on your mobile device, there's going to be 3 lines in the left-hand corner. You click that, it's going to go, you're going to see an option for login. If you click login, it then gives you an option to create your account. Okay, so yes, you absolutely can, but if you have any questions or if you want me to send you the direct link, just send me a message and I can send it over to you. Okay, so we're printing over on YouTube. And then I have my transfer that's coming off of the curing system. And then we're going to get the next image loaded and ready to print. And then I'll get back to the questions. Let me just get this one ready to go. Oh, I'll tell you about that as well. Oh my gosh, so Miss Daniels, you are ready to go, right? You're ready. You have your heat press, you have your convection oven. We're gonna move this. Then, let's see. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that works. I disconnected from the Wi-Fi just to see if that works. I know you guys were saying that it was freezing earlier. It's probably because I have so many devices. But let's get printing. We're going to do 4 of those as well. So we're going to print that there. And then we're going to start this one. Okay, what exhaust system do you use for your hearing infrared? So I don't know if you saw it here, but I've actually purchased this system off of Amazon. And so there's filters inside of here, and then I'm able to kind of direct the exhaust because it's smooth. I'm able to kind of direct the exhaust wherever I need it to go. And so it does both the vapor that comes off of the cure transfers, but it also can remove particles as small as the adhesive powder as well. What is the process to convert the printer to DTF? So the process to convert, I can actually speak to that. I would really recommend, because there's so many awesome people over on YouTube that have converted their printers to DTF, depending on which kind of printer you have, but there are several options over there. Oh, Ken, I'll get right to your question in 1 second, Ken, from YouTube. For those of you that are just joining, I also am live over on my YouTube channel. And over on YouTube, you're able to see both the print and my powdering method as well. And I'm hoping to add another station where you can actually kind of see the whole curing process. But bear with me, I'm working on it as we go. So, Little House Teas, hopefully you can hear that well. I turned off my Wi-Fi on my phone, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me well now. I won't freeze as much. Yes, when I say it's all divine too, you helped me with your video. I love that. Like a lot of people, and I kind of want to talk about that because I shared a video on how to overcome your fears. Because what I realized is that before really investing in my business, there was a fear of what if? Why do I want to do this? I already have a profession. I'm a registered nurse. Why do I want to, why would I want to give all of my energy to starting my business? And I realized there will never be a perfect time because I just kept saying, okay, after this contract, I'll get back into it. Right? But it was all fear-based. Like I was actually fearful of taking that step into this unknown territory. So I'm glad I was able to help you. It was the advice that I was pretty much giving myself in the beginning when I came up with excuse after excuse after excuse. I know what it's like to buy equipment because you want to get started and then it sits in the box. Why? Well, a lot of it is because we're fearful. I don't know if it's, I don't want to say it's fear of actually working, but it's really fear of the unknown a lot of times. But Ken, I'm sorry to answer your question. The max size I can offer for DTF, well, I can definitely go up to about 23 3/4 wide image. But for my dryer, I prefer not to go over about a 19-inch wide image. What happens if you don't add the adhesive powder? If you don't add the adhesive powder, you won't be able to actually attach that image to your shirt. So if you're looking here at this, because you're over on YouTube, I'm just going to show you, and hopefully you can kind of get the gist of this. But this transfer is all wet. Like this is just a wet print, fresh off of the printer. Okay, and let me show TikTok as well. Hey everyone, I love it, Mrs. Martin. I even have my messy bun going too. Listen, messy. You see that? Disrespectful bun. That's what I call it. So can you guys kind of see the way that this print looks wet? Like it's a little glossy. So if I were to run my hand over this print, it would destroy it. If you want to sit this print down on whatever garment you're going to press it on without applying adhesive, I think it's going to be a mess. Well, now I've heard they have this new powderless DTF, and I have my views on it, but that would be the only way that I can see. But even that requires a method to be able to actually attach that print to your garment, right? There's still another step. You just don't have powder. So let's just keep it all over, right? But if I don't apply it right away, and I wasn't planning on attaching it to anything, but maybe I just can't cure it immediately, it's perfectly fine. I wouldn't leave it laying around for hours. I wouldn't do that, right? But it doesn't have to immediately go into your adhesive powder, if that was your question over on YouTube. Hey, big boy. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now this is too much. I can't. I cannot. Thank you, big boy. I appreciate that. Yes. So Little House Teas. Listen. I'm like, I know that the powder is bad. Okay, big boy, you're showing out. You're showing out over on TikTok. You are showing out. Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much for the follows and the likes. I cannot. Not the chicken leg. I wasn't ready. I love it. But yes, Little House Teas over on TikTok said it exactly right. Yes, but it's more work because powderless means you have to pre-treat the garment. So for those, I mean, maybe it works for those that are not really interested in dealing with the powder, but I feel like then you're dealing with pre-treat. So, I mean, I guess pick your poison. And then I wonder about the longevity of those shirts as far as washing and things of that nature. So, you know, I have my views, but that's what it is. Honestly, I think it's a lot, and so I'll just stick to my powder. But now I'm gonna just head on over to the powder station. Hopefully, you guys can see this pretty well over on YouTube. But it's the same old. We're just gonna make sure that this adhesive hits every inch of this print. And then remove your excess. And like I said, if you do purchase transfers, and let's say for instance you press it on a black garment, and you notice there is like a little cast, like wait a minute, what is this? It could be extra adhesive. It could be. However, it's easily removed. All you have to do is just take a fresh piece of, I like parchment paper, but if you're using Teflon, you can also use Teflon, do an extra press, and pull. Let's see here. Culture High said, sorry, shelf life. Okay, let me see. We should do a TikTok live together sometime. Absolutely. I'm actually kind of sort of playing with that idea because there's several people that have reached out wanting to do TikTok lives together. And so I kind of want to look into that. Absolutely. But send me a message. Send me a message. Let's see. Looking to purchase from a cloud in the near future. Have you had any issues with that particular printer? So one of the things that I will tell you, and this goes for, I don't care if it's a cloud, anyone that sells these printers, right? Just, you have to keep in mind that these are refurbished printers. These printers are older printers. They could potentially be refurbished. They're using an ink that is not something that really these printers were made to be used with, right? And so with DTF, for those of you that are kind of, getting into figuring out which printer you want to go with, just know that the inks are not intended for the printers. And so keeping that in mind, I'm going to tell you like this, they're printers. I still have to do my maintenance. If I'm not, maintenance is the key. Maintenance is the key to keeping your printer running. So if you are not willing to do that maintenance, then I suggest you don't even invest in it because it's a waste of money at that point, right? It's a complete waste of money. So I'm not here to sell you on McLeod being the best company ever. I shared with you guys over on YouTube why I chose McLeod. And that was because there's someone here in California. So I knew if I needed to troubleshoot. The issues with the printers, I keep up on my maintenance. I make sure that I'm cleaning underneath my print head. I make sure that I'm, flushing my flushing box. Those things prevent the issues. Now, have I heard of others that have reached out that have purchased the same printer from a cloud and they started getting error messages? Yes, I have heard of that. I absolutely have. And so I'm going to say it like this. Just keep in mind these are older printers. Anything could go wrong. I know that those that have reached out with issues from a cloud, the issues were resolved. But me personally, these printers have really been running well. But I'm going to attribute that to maintenance. I make sure that I perform my maintenance. I don't know. I keep saying this, like even in my videos over on YouTube, like I'm really trying to stress that point. I'm not trying to discourage anyone. But I've had, these one-on-ones with people, and I'm like, if you're not willing to commit to the maintenance, there's really no point. But there's still maintenance, even in like sublimation, you still have to do your maintenance. I just think with DTF, it does require more than I would say your sublimation printer. but that still requires maintenance. So I hope that answered your question, Val. I hope so. It was a long-winded workaround, but I hope it answered your questions. Yes, I totally think so, Little House Teas. I think you'll be okay. I think it would. It definitely would be okay. What advice do you have for me? I've started my business online, but it's slow. Oh, advice. Gotcha, Magda. So, in the beginning, and for those of you that have already started your business, I'm sure you can also agree with this. It can be slow in the beginning because no one really, you're trying to get your name out there, but truthfully, no one really knows you, right? Whether it be locally, if you're trying to build your business locally, you still have to let your local clients get to know you, right? They have to know what you offer. And so recently I had a conversation with someone. Oh, no problem now. I hope you can hear me well over all of the noise in this office. So my apologies if the sound quality is not the best over on YouTube. I will be working on that, so stay tuned for that. But you are very much so welcome. Very welcome. And also feel free to message me if you come up with any other questions that you may have about. But I had someone, hey Lynn, how are you? So I had someone that did we were just talking about like her business to answer the question from Monica. It takes a lot of, number one, you have to really believe in what you have to offer, right? But in addition to that, you have to be willing to share your story. What is your story? And so I was speaking to someone recently, and that's why this one kind of hits home a little bit for me, is because I was talking to this person, and I said, you have such an interesting business name. But all I see you posting online is purchase this tea, buy this tea, look at what's available, look at the new collection. No one knows you yet, right? And so you have to give people a chance to get to know you. So share, part of that is sharing your story. I told you guys my why, right? And for those of you that are new here, and you're like, what the heck are you talking about? You've never heard this. I've shared my why, which is why did I decide to invest and take the time to really dive into my business. And it had a lot to do with what happened in 2020, right? At the beginning of this pandemic, I went to New York as a relief disaster nurse, okay? And during my time there, what I realized is that, wow, there were a lot of lives that were lost. And I started thinking, how many of these people actually live their life to the fullest? And then checked out those things that they had on their bucket list. I'm going to start this business. I want to get into this career field. I want to spend more time with my family. How many of them could actually say that they checked off the boxes that were on their list and they just went for it, right? When I came back from New York, that was my awakening, where I said, listen, I want more time with my family. It's fine. I was travel nursing prior to that, right? And I thought, oh my gosh, okay, I'm going here and do this contract really quickly, and then I'll come back and I'll get into my business. Well, what I realized is it was never a perfect time. I didn't slow down. I kept going. I just kept going. And I was missing valuable time with my family, trying to climb whatever corporate ladder it was that I was trying to climb at the time. But I realized that wasn't important. What was important was time with my family and really living a fulfilled life. And so that's when I made the decision, okay, so things have got to change, and I've got to get into this. And I share this story, and I keep sharing it because that is my why. I want more time with my family, right? And so I want more time with my family, but you can't live off of water and sunshine. Like, hello. Right? So part of when you're first starting, it's not about selling. It's not about selling. It's about sharing your story, because at the end of the day, it helps someone understand. And when I tell you the name of this company is so dynamic that I know that there has to be an amazing story behind it, but fear will stop you from sharing that story with others. Maybe you're not in a space, you don't have to give a whole story all at once. You give pieces as you can. But in addition to that, during that beginning stage, you use that time to figure out who is your target audience. How do you find them? How do you find your target audience? Spend some time on social media. Thank you, Keita Blue. Thank you. Hit that like button over on YouTube. Thank you. Spend some time on social media. That's one of the biggest things that I think in the beginning I didn't appreciate. And that was the power of social media. The power of social media. It is a free tool that we get to use to talk about our businesses, to connect with other like-minded individuals. Why would you not want that, right? Why would you not want that? I've met so many people since I made the decision to really kind of get out there and put my business out there and not be afraid, right? And for those of you that are like, oh my God, no one supports me, because I get the messages. My husband doesn't support me. He doesn't understand. My friends and my family don't support me. You know what I say about that? Forget all of them, because there are millions of strangers out here in the world that are waiting to support you. That are waiting for you to drop that information about your products and why you make them and why your business is important to you. Forget all of that. If it's something that you really want to do, you gotta go for it. You have to. You just have to, and it's the best decision that I've ever made. And so, Monica, the long-winded answer, that was it. Okay? Short-winded is use that time to learn your print methods, learn who your target audience is, right? So if you're doing vinyl, you be the best vinyl printer out there. Okay? Whatever print method, use that time to hone in on that skill. Use that time before you start. Hey, Tom. Well, you can head over to YouTube, Tom, if you want. Printer, make, and model. I will get to that. There's no need for the exclamation points. I was in the middle of a story and answered a question. So thank you for your patience. But it is an Epson 7890. And if you want to see it, you can head on over to YouTube and take a look at it printed. But I'm about encouragement. So I'm not going to, for those of you in the comments, I may miss your questions. I absolutely may. Please don't take it the wrong way. If I end the live and I still haven't answered the question, please feel free to send me a message. That's perfectly okay. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I'm glad you love the encouragement because that's what I'm here for. A lot of people want really quick answers, and I'm not that person. So my apologies if that doesn't work for you, but guess what? You know what I always say, there's millions of others that can. Okay, so we just counted the next transfer. We're going to keep going. I love your vibe and your people. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the live. Thank you, YouTube, for hanging out with me as I'm printing. Push the video by hitting that like button. Thank you, Keita. I appreciate that. YouTube, I'm getting used to this over here, so bear with me. And we'll get better the more I continue to go live. But I'm also live over on TikTok. So, thank you. OMG, the voice. I cannot. Will you be selling any senior or class 2022 transfers? Yes, I do currently have some on the website, and I will be adding more. Mama, Mrs. Jackson just got the printer I will be using, and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, what kind of printer? What kind of printer do you have? I'm interested. Is it for direct-to-film printing? Okay, so I think we're almost at the end of this order. Is this one done printing? Oh no, I think it's one more printing. Let me check my print key really quickly. You beautiful thing to say. Oh, thank you. Where did you buy your printer? Thank you for getting one. So I shared more about this over on my YouTube. However, short answer, the cloud technology. I got the Epson 8550. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're converting this for DTF. That's so cool. There are so many videos over on YouTube about this as well. That is really cool. Are you going to share it on TikTok? Because I would love to kind of watch your journey with converting. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Paula Trevino. You're welcome. Thank you for joining the live, everyone. So we're printing out some direct-to-film transfers, filling some orders, and I'm going to pick this one. Ready next. Really quickly. And I probably, let's see, which print is it? 10. Okay, I'll probably, you got yours yesterday? Okay, Chanel tape. Did you get the 8550 as well? That is amazing. Congratulations. Yes, SR Designer, thank you for that. SR Designer said congratulations. Love your spirit. Thank you. Yes, please share it. Are you guys going to share your journeys? That's part of it as well. Okay, I just love it because I want to make sure I can watch these journeys with converting these printers. That is amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the finger heart, Taylor. I appreciate that. Oh, that's really exciting. You actually really have to do that. You have to share the conversion because actually, I think it was the last live I did over here on TikTok? I can't remember. It might have been 2 lives ago. I had someone that was really interested in converting a printer, the F8550. That's the plan. I hope that can help people start less confused than myself. That's what it's all about, honestly. Like, I've gotten the most joy out of just kind of sharing some of what I'm learning, along the way. Because because the hope is you won't have to endure some of the roadblocks that I've kind of come across and things of that nature. So yeah, I love that. I love that a lot. I'm gonna get this one printed here. Put that around. Yes, thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for following as well. Hold on, I missed that name. Happily Created. Thank you for following. Short ones learning curve. Honestly, seriously. I have an Epson 2720 and think of converting that. I'm scared. I know. See, I don't know anything about the eco tanks. You need to head on over to YouTube. You need to check out Big Boy Curves over on YouTube. He also has a Facebook group as well. Because I don't really know which models, as far as those eco tanks, which ones can be converted. I just know that I've seen information about the 8550. So keep that in mind. But YouTube is such a great resource. Hi from Maryland. How are you? Sassy Sonia. Hello, hello. I was just motivating, and so I'm sorry, you motivated me to get it in. I'm nervous and excited. That's what it's all about. It's like motivating one another. Sorry, what was the name? The name of what, Liliana? I may have missed it because it did just kind of scroll on me. Are you talking about the 8550? Hey, Sassy Sonia 3, how are you? So, everyone, we're also live over on YouTube, but on YouTube, I'm showing the actual prep process. What I'm hoping to do is also add in a curing view as well, so you can kind of watch the whole curing process in my next slide. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Happily Created, hello, Soulfully Original. Thank you for following. Yes, so we're showing kind of like the coloring. I know a lot of times when I come on TikTok live, this is my first live over on YouTube, but a lot of times when I come on live on TikTok, I know you guys want to see the actual process, and it's kind of hard to show it because I'm unable to get multiple views. Well, over on YouTube, I can have a split. So right now I have a split screen. So on one screen, you can actually see my printer printing out transfers, and then I have also a camera that's set up over my adhesive, my powdering station. Soulfully Original, you're welcome. Oh, thank you. And as our designer said, facts, absolutely. It's just about motivating one another, honestly. That's what it is. Thank you so much to whoever just placed an order on the website. If you're in either of the lives, I appreciate you. Thank you. The cook, Sweet Child. Hey, Sweet Child, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Okay, so we just had a print finish, and I think that might be the last print for this printer. Let's see. For this order, I mean. 4. What do I have over here? 1, 2. Yep, that was the last print. So we're going to send some more prints over there. The next one is going to be Hoppy, both from the collection, and the Honey Bunny transfer. So we're going to send that one next. Let's keep that one going. Thank you so much for following. Hi, Craftfully Me, how are you? Hello. So let's see, we're going to send over the next Eastern transfer, which is going to be Hoppy. So like my single transfers, I send to the printer that I have currently on YouTube Live. So you can kind of see that process over there. We're going to turn this into 11.7. And that's why I love my new printers. I just feel like it's so cool because I can use several different size transfer rolls, the film rolls, on the printer. So I can go up to as large as a 24-inch, or it's really like 23.7 something. Or I can go as small as a 12-inch roll. So I love it. So like a lot of times I'll have one printer that has a smaller roll on it, and that's for like an order where I have like one transfer of this, one transfer of that. Just makes it a lot easier. Thank you so much, Miss Stylist, for sharing the live. I appreciate that. Thank you. So let's send this copy over to the printer. And then we're also going to send over our smiley face as well. So let's see here. Once that is done going. Hey Patricia, how are you? Do you sell e-transfers? So I sell direct to film transfers, such as this one. It says Mama, Mama, Mama. Isn't that just the cutest? But yes, I sell direct to film transfers. I offer both custom options, so that's where you have your own artwork, and I also offer pre-made designs. Sorry about that, guys. I'm on like a major street, and I'm really close to the hospital, the local hospital. So yes, I do. I sell both. So this is like a pre-made design, but then I also offer custom options to answer your question. Hey, Jam and Leo, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Let's see here. So I'm going to open this one. We're going to go to the smiley face honey bunny. Smile at honey. Oh, there it is. Great. Thank you guys so much for the lights. I'm just getting this printer up and going, and then we're going to power this transfer. But I like to kind of stack my prints so that I can, not pin spots. I like to stack my prints so I can kind of keep the corners going. This one will be done. That's done. This one is done also. Oh, goodness. This one's done as well. Okay, so that was one. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and, are they on your website? Yes, Patricia, they're all on my website. So once you do have to create an account on my website in order to get to the recipe section of my website. However, all that's required is email address. I don't even need your name until you're ready to decide that you actually want to purchase transfers. But once you create your account, I can then get you access. Hold on. I just saw another question. So once you get access, then you have access to the customs and all of the different Easter collections and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for the follow. Hi, I am Ansley. Thank you. Chanel, thank you for sharing the live. Ohio Roots Print Company. Wait, what are those clear holder shirts for your orders? Oh, so I got these. This is a question over on TikTok, but I purchased these from Amazon. I think I have them linked actually in my, I can call it like clear organizers. I don't know if you're buying, but if you, is that the name? Game Note. But I purchased them from Amazon. I think they came in like a set of 30 or 35, but that's how I keep track of my orders. And then I have these little magnetic hooks. So when the orders are complete, I place them there because all of my transfers actually fall in this bin. And then I can just go pick the transfers and start packing orders. Thank you so much for following. But yeah, I love them. I actually said I was going to pick up another pack because sometimes you have this in plastic. So like I've had some that have gotten damaged, but super easy. And I love them because when my husband's here, or even my daughter, I can write little notes on the order. So if it's an artwork issue, it wipes right off. So super easy. But let me go ahead and get this one here. Get some adhesive on it. Okay. Once that's done, put it here on the carrying system. Transfers here, and I'm ready to go. Yes, so Ohio Roots, I absolutely love them. I love them. So YouTube, we're printing out another transfer order, and then I think we'll be done with this batch of orders, then I'll have to print out some more just to get going. Okay, this one is done. So we'll start cracking them. We have sample packs. Okay. Yes, I do. So these are the little sample packs that I include with every order. Hey, Footprint Designs, how are you? How are you doing? So these are the little sample packs that I'm including with every order. So right now we're doing Easter sample packs. And it's just so that you can, if you've never used direct-to-film transfers before, I want you to have some testers that you can work with before you start actually pressing the transfers that you order. So I include these sample packs with a little sticker that just says use first. Tired, we just moved and I have 20 orders. Go Footprint, I love that. Now Footprint, you always had orders, but I will say we had someone here earlier that was like, hello, how did you get the like buttons doing it like that? Wit, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm still new to this Wit. Wit over on YouTube. So I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. For TikTok, I'm also live over on YouTube. So if you see me kind of looking this way, it's because I'm trying to read the questions. But Wit, I don't know, Wit. I can't see it on my end. Maybe afterwards I'll be able to see what you're talking about. But Footprint, we had someone earlier. Hey, Special Creations. We had someone earlier that was saying, they're just starting a business. What do you do? What do you do in the beginning when it's not as busy? And, we were all just kind of like, hey, you just keep chugging away. Keep working towards what you're trying to work towards. So use that time to get your skills together, gain more knowledge about whatever print method you're using, find your target audience, work on how you want to actually package your orders if that's something that you want to get into. But you are just a true testament to you just keep going. You just keep going. So congratulations on the 20 orders. I love that. B Blanks, hello, how are you? So I actually have a DTF printer. So I don't have DTG, but I do have DTF. And so with DTF, you can apply it to several different fabric types. 100% cotton, 100% polyester, cotton poly blends, nylon, you name it, you can apply it to. I did a live sale. That's so creative. I love that. I love that. Now, did you do it on Instagram, Facebook, where'd you do it? TikTok? Because that's another gem for the person that was asking earlier. Was it Monica, I think? There's another creative space. There you go. Oh, look at the little hoppy. That is so cute. YouTube, can you guys see that? It just says hoppy, hoppy, hoppy. That is so cute. I think I might make myself a sweatshirt for that. Okay, I have the same printer. Do you find using sheets is better than rolls? Now, are you talking about my printer? I've only used rolls. I haven't used sheets. Facebook is for in-stock items only lasts until the end of February. I love that. I love that. So creative. Now, I've never used sheets in my printers. I just haven't. Now, I was thinking about it when I had what's the first one I had? The Epson P800. With that one, I had thought about using sheets at one point, but just wasn't sure. I wasn't completely sure about it. Kita, thank you, Kita. Kita says, show your support by hitting that like button over on YouTube. So for those of you that don't know, I am live over on YouTube. YouTube, I'm providing a view that I can't really provide here on TikTok, and that's just showing my printer actually printing, and on the other, so it's like a split screen. So on one side you have the printer actually printing out boards, and then the other screen is set up at my powdering station. Thank you, Kita. So my YouTube channel is Pete's Teas and Things. If over on YouTube, type in the search bar, or if you go to my bio here on TikTok, the little icon that's next to the follow button, it kind of looks like an Instagram logo. If you click it, it actually brings up my Instagram and my YouTube. Yes, it will Footprint Designs, my YT Live. It will be available to watch later. It will be. So I'm like, this is a whole new experience for me. I've never gone live over on YouTube, and so I'm kind of trying to figure out the flow of it and work out the kinks as I'm learning. But once again, we're letting go of that fear of going live somewhere else, and we're going for it. So it doesn't have to be perfect when you first start. The most important thing is that you just get started, right? So that's advice that I told you guys I give to myself. I give to myself. That's how I'm able to tell you. This was a cute one. Oh my gosh, look at this. Honey bunny. I just love these prints too. I was looking at some shirts that I did back when I had the P800, which was the first DTF printer that I had. I was looking at some of my t-shirts that I did at that time, and they still are holding up. And I mean, I wear my t-shirts and I wash them, and I don't wash them according to my wash instructions, right? Because 9 times out of 10, the shirts that I'm sending out are not washed according to the wash instructions. So I want to see, like, what is the longevity of these prints? One of the things I noticed in the beginning when you're first learning was learning your percentages. That's like, what's your sweet spot for like your white and the different colors that you have? What's that percentage sweet spot? That was one of the things that I had to learn in the beginning. I had 10 during the live, so in 2 to 3 days, I had 30 orders. Footprint Designs, that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love that. I love that. 40, 50, 46, listen. Impact custom t-shirt. I know you know. That's what I'm going to say. If you know, you know. But it's really important to get that going. You know, it's really important to understand your percentages and how to work with them. Really, it really is. So over on YouTube, you guys just saw, I'm just powdering transfers over here. Still got a little excess. But now our transfer is fully coated. And now we're going to head on over and cure it. So for those of you that are just joining, if you want to see the actual process of, and I'm going through over here with this printer, I am live over on YouTube. I'm going to be hopping off in a few because it's Parent Teacher Conference Week. So I do have a meeting to go to. But listen, Impact Custom T-shirts, if you know, you know. Hey, your 3-year-old is waving. Hey, how are you? Hey. So yeah, so that was fun. I actually enjoyed that. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this YouTube live more frequently. Just because it gives you a different perspective. But YouTube, on the next live, we're going to have some cameras that are going to be turned around. So you'll actually be able to see me as well. And I will be working on sound quality and things of that nature. But thank you so much for joining and just for being a part of the live and watching my process. A little behind the scenes sneak peek of what goes on here and the office with Pink's Teas and Things. So thank you guys so much for joining the live, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, everyone.